City Pigeons, episode 85. What is up, people? How are we? You guys, you're people.
I'm a person.
You good? You're relaxed?
Meech looks nice and tan.
Yeah. Guess who's back?
Tan. That's
Back
better.
again.
I'm relaxed.
Oh my
god!
god!
That jersey, that fire jersey.
Whoa.
Everybody, for the record, Meech is wearing. He wanted us to make sure that we pointed out the fact that
before the show, I wanted to be recognized. Yo, that's an incredible jersey that you've kept in pristine shape since 1999, and just happened to break out tonight out of nowhere.
Yeah, well,
that's all I wanted. I didn't want you to recognize it on the show.
The funny thing is, it could be a Jason Kidd jersey, but that's not what it says on it, right?
No, it's a Meech, and what's great about it is now the 5 could stand for 5 kids that I got.
Meech 5, the 5 kids. Wow, the NBA team.
I predicted it back in '99, but this was in honor of Jason Kidd. I'm back when the NBA.com store was fucking awesome, and you can get a personalized stitched jersey for $160 instead of the bullshit you get today from Fanatics. At NBA.com, as soon as Dallas announced they were switching their jerseys the next year, I ordered one of these.
It would be cool if you did coach your own kids, and then they all had Meech on their background, on their back. Every kid on the team.
Meech 1, Meech 2.
Yeah. Guess it would not be that. That would be their name. I'm not going to say your name because I know you don't like to put that in the public. So it's just Meech. Well, Meech, welcome back. You know,
I'm glad to be back. I really missed. It was almost a month since I see you guys.
And I just want to say, you know, we've played it up because it's not like Meech, you know, said I'm not going to be there for a month, but sometimes schedule doesn't permit.
Right.
And it was a perfect storm. I refer to it as a sabbatical.
Yeah.
Which I realized I spelled like 7 different ways today. That's on me.
I heard the 3 episodes that I missed were the 3 highest viewed shows that have ever been on YouTube. So
I wasn't going to point that out.
That made me feel great.
You know, I'm not exactly sure, but I think anyone that pays any attention to City Pigeons podcast knows that Meech is a staple, an anchor, and we are not the same without him. So we're very happy to have you back.
A staple and an anchor.
Yeah, staple and an anchor. That's right. Okay, let's head over real quick to our guy who's back and has been holding it down. Have you heard about this? Him holding it down?
I've been fucking crushing it, Meech.
I don't know. No, I haven't heard anything.
I've been this show.
Look at him. Look at his glasses.
Are you okay?
No, I'm fine.
All right, I'm just making sure. You look like you're a little like.
You want to switch seats over there?
I mean, I was killing it.
It looks like you're in a different room. You're about 3 feet from me.
I'm being held hostage.
Ladies and gentlemen, the arguably most notable character from Northeast Philadelphia, Eric Fink, over in the Fink Tank.
Hello.
Oof. Fink and I did bond because we started a show by ourselves, which was some of the greatest Pigeons content that's ever been.
We might give you access.
What was it? A spin-off like the Ropers off of
that's right.
Off of the Jeffersons.
Yep, that's what we did. So it's good to have you back. Were you aware of the fact, just to let everyone know, Meech was in Disney World with his entire family.
The week before that, I was in Indiana, and the week before that, I was working.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was 3 different places.
Last
week, I was in Disney World with 4 of my 5 children for most of the trip, and then my oldest son joined us Friday.
Oh, that's cool.
To made like it formed the Voltron, you know.
That's amazing. Together. Seriously, that's amazing. I got 2
kids.
How
hard it is to like reserve 7 spots in Disney on a ride
anywhere?
Like
it's reserve 7 spots. Period.
Fitting 7 people into a vehicle. I mean, all of these things sound really complicated. Do you have to rent 2 cars, or do you just rent a?
We had to get 2 rooms. They wouldn't let us all stay in one room.
No, that sounds sensible.
Yeah.
You're like, can you stay 7 people in one room?
Well, if you get a suite, you can.
Yeah.
But they didn't have any suites available, so we had to get 2 rooms, which was cool because we all the kids were in one, and but I haven't been to Disney since 2016, and it's changed so much since then. I've been there. This was the 7th time I've been there with some of my kids. I went with my oldest when he was younger a couple times. When they turned like 4 or 5, we'd usually go. But we haven't been there in 8 years since the twins were born. So it's the twins' first time. So much has changed, and instead of like. They used to have these things called Fast Pass that you'd get. You have to pay for something called Genie Plus, to where if you want to get on the rides quick, you got to pay $25 or $30 a day per person. which when you have 7 people, that adds up after each day. So on top of the exorbitant fee for actually staying there, and you have to do this each day.
What was your favorite ride?
I got a top 5 ride. You want to hear it?
Yeah, I've been waiting
all
for
right.
this. Are the teacups on it?
No, the teacups are not on.
Ladies and gentlemen, Meech's top 5 Disney World rides. Baby.
Top
Now,
5
they
Disney World
got a lot of new
rides.
ones. But all right, number 5, I'm going to put it was. This could be a toss up. This could be a million things. But I thought the Ratatouille ride was. Like,
He has this written down right here. I just want to be clear.
I do.
His
I
notes. I love
love
it.
top 5 shit, and I knew
Yes.
this question would be asked, so I fucking prepared myself. I don't want to just run this off my head. The Ratatouille ride, it was like, it wasn't great, but it was like the coolest part of the new. They have new rides on Disney where it's like they're free. They're not on tracks. It's just cars go wherever the fuck they want, and you're together, and then cars just split up and go their own way. But there's no tracks under you. I guess it's like remote control.
So the technology blew your mind.
The technology's crazy. And I think Ratatouille with the 3D glasses, and you were like a rat, and you were like trying to escape the kitchen and shit. It was a really cool concept, and I thought it captured it well. So just, it wasn't the greatest ride. And also, I'm going to put it here because I had a 15-year-old who was like such an asshole the whole time. He's like, bro, I don't want to wait 50 minutes. This ride sucks. I don't want to do this, bro. This is corny, man. I don't want to do that. Why are we here, bro? Like, I just want to go. So. And I said I wanted to go on Ratatouille. He's like, bro, there's no way you like that ride. I was like, I did. So in order to spite him, I'm putting Ratatouille 5.
Yes.
Number
Spiting
4,
your children with your top 5 Disney list. I love it.
Number 4 was Space Mountain. I love the classics.
Yeah.
It's a great.
I used to be scared to go on Space
great
Mountain when I
roller
was young.
coaster.
I didn't go.
One person each lane. Space Mountain rules.
Do you ever wonder though when you're on Space Mountain, it's completely dark, if like something's going to accidentally like fall down, you're going to clip your head on it. Do you know what I mean?
Like,
that's part of it.
Like when I was there before, I always thought, like, what if you just throw a quarter out and clip somebody?
Goes through someone's brain.
Because
it's a good idea.
No, I thought it, but I didn't do it. I thought it.
Good. Thank you.
Number 3, Tron.
Tron.
It's one of those new ones since I've been there last.
Did I go on this?
And it's awkward because you got to like sit like you're riding a bike and like hunch over.
Oh yeah.
But it's really fucking cool, and it's a wild little roller coaster thing. Number 2 is Guardians of the Galaxy has a ride there in Epcot.
Okay.
And it fucking rules. And I had no idea about it. And it's a roller coaster, but again, each cart just spins individually on the track. And it's crazy. It's a really cool roller coaster. It kind of reminds me of Space Mountain, but if it was built today, it's one of those type of things. And number one, I'm a sucker for the classics, man. Tower of Terror fucking rules. It's the greatest. I think we went on it.
That's not the haunted house.
No,
not
the haunted mansion.
That's a
Tower
ride.
of Terror is in Hollywood Studios. It's the Twilight Zone one.
Okay.
Where you do the drops and it goes up.
Have you been on the one at Epcot? Soaring.
Yeah, Soaring.
I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was cool.
There was another one. Oh, where you go to Mars or something, and you're real close.
Mission Space.
Yeah, I thought I was gonna throw up in there.
See,
like I was like right in there, and
I thought it was corny. I don't get that feeling, but it's like a lot of someone died in that before. That's why they make like a mild version.
It's kind of like I got claustrophobic. Like have you ever been in an MRI machine?
Yeah.
Like that's the only other place where I like started.
None of that shit bothers me, and I actually thought that ride is corny, but I did notice last time I was there, the beginning, like the intro, was done by Gary Sinise. And this time it wasn't. It was done by some lady who
Soaring is great though. When you're out, going over the wall of China. That's just good fun. That's just
like, listen, I could do another like a 10 through 6 with the really great rides, but you asked for top 5, and
Trevor's asking for Meech to break down those city boardwalk rides. And I do want to point out, because last week we talked about how I went to SeaWorld and I went on a ride. I did a backwards loop and I almost threw up. I felt like I was going to throw up all day. Down in Ocean City, believe it or not, at like the one that's at 13th to 14th, there's this thing. It's like salt and pepper shakers or something. And it just goes like this. I did that too, and I'm telling you, I thought I was going to throw up.
Skydiver when we
the Gravitron. Remember the Gravitron?
Yeah.
Oh my god,
Gravitron. They used to have a Franklin Mills.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Skydiver was a Ferris wheel but you were in a cage and you used to spin the wheel and go like it would stop at the top.
Listen,
and if you got somebody that was like sick, like they would throw up, and it was great.
You didn't know you needed a amusement park ride analysis podcast, but here's the thing. That's what we're on to.
I don't understand how people get bothered by rides. I don't get an upset stomach. It's cool. Like
they don't have a choice in the matter. It's not like
I know
they're like, yo, I really.
But I'm not.
What's there to understand?
It's not part of my general makeup. I don't. Like
I'm so sick of this shit. I don't get bit by mosquitoes, and the rides don't affect me. You're like a fucking superhero, dude. Come on.
Yeah.
No, he gets like
I'm
one.
Sorry,
burn.
bro. It's not like I'm bragging.
Don't
like,
bro me.
Rides
right?
don't affect me.
I'm
man.
Not just built different.
Don't bro me like you're.
My 6-year-old daughter.
All right.
I've been broed all week. Now
we actually have some evidence here of your trip and how much fun you had. So let's just.
I can't wait to see this photo.
Let's just pull this up for the viewers. Look at this.
Now,
ladies and gentlemen, this is Meech
and the Mickey Mouse tattoo.
Laying back in the teacup with the Mickey Mouse
episode that's from too. It's from Radio Kismet and Manny when we did the musical episode.
Well, actually, Fink and I were going back and forth, and I was like, Fink, you got any pictures of Meech? He's like, he's not really a photo guy. I'm like, yeah, I don't have many either. So I had to go back like 2 years. It just so happens that the way you were sitting in this really worked out well for me to clip this into the teacup. And
I'm so glad you guys did this.
It took me some time to find something that would work for the tattoo, but I eventually did.
You could have just asked me to send you a picture of me on a ride because I had some funny ones. That
I bet you did.
I would have voluntarily sent you, but now since you photoshopped one,
this is more fun.
I photoshopped you with a Mickey Mouse hat on too. I just gotta get the wrap around your head correctly.
Yeah, I should have done that too. But this worked out well. I thought, because the reason this was so great is because I had no idea what I was going to do this week, and then I was like, we'll just do the whole thing around Meech, and then Fink and I go back and forth, and I was like, I'll put them in a teacup, and it just all comes together, So
let me give you a couple observations. I'm not going to go on with Disney for long, but I'm a big sneakerhead, and every time I go there, I watch what people wear. And it used to be easy to tell the Europeans from the Americans because they used to wear these Pumas that look like fucking race car tires. They were like the Goodyear sneakers, yeah, and with big socks. But now everyone on Earth, like Nike, is fucking done. Everyone wears the Hokas, the On Clouds, Crocs. Like Nike is non-existent in Disney. I was amazed. I was wearing my Air Max Silver Bullet 97s the whole trip.
Listen, if you're going to walk around Disney, Hoka is a good option.
It's a great option. But what I'm saying is Nike used to have a stranglehold on the running and walking market. Now they have nothing. Like they lost everybody.
They still sell a gajillion Jordans that they reissue every year. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but when people go for comfort, nobody's looking at Nike anymore. They're lost. They lost all innovation. They've lost everything.
That reminds me.
If that's the L that
it's fucking sad. Like,
they're good.
They're good.
I didn't realize how bad it was till you see everybody from every corner of the fucking globe, and
I wanted to talk to you about
Nikes.
This. I actually got a pair of Hokas off Lapstone and Hammer having a sale, and I had been eyeing them up, and they were on sale. So look at them.
Are they comfortable?
Yeah, of course they're comfortable. But I'm a little bit torn because they're kind of like they look pretty cool. And the ones I had before, I just used to go into the trail and just freaking. They're like blue, and I can't even explain it. I'm gonna bring them in, so you guys have to make a ruling on whether I'm dedicating them to activities or they're gonna be part of my social set.
If you're over 45 years old, wearing Hokas are totally acceptable. You're close. Wearing Hokas are totally acceptable. I mean, every dad has them, and like I almost feel like an outcast wearing.
Yeah. At this time,
by the way,
Meech, you can't be you're not affected.
These were comfortable as hell for me in Disney. I got the Futura Salim Bembry Crocs. These are fucking.
I just want to say, a few years ago, remember when I tried doing the Crocs thing? You used to make fun of me, Meech?
I did, and then I put a pair on, and I can't fucking
this year.
I can't stop wearing them.
This is an embarrassment. I'm sorry.
I think it looks cool.
I would not put that on my phone.
I'm not embarrassed, and I gotta wear them. So
and it goes with your jersey. That's
I'm never gonna
condition.
I'm not gonna do the Crocs. Okay. All right, here, get this out of my hand. It's probably I don't want this anymore. Okay. Wait, Meech, I want more observations from you, but I feel bad because we've got our buddy checking in. Pre-game time, everything, everything revolves around.
Last thing I'll say, I brought my my clippers to shave my head, for a couple times a week down there.
That's good to know.
And I slipped them in my luggage. Somebody stole my fucking clippers out of the top
that's
pocket
great.
of my. But they better have a bottle of Barbicide or that blue liquid every barbershop. Like, how could you steal somebody else's hair clippers? And I've had them for like 10 years. Now I'm in the market for a new set of barber clippers to shave my head in an eighth of an inch.
You can see the difference between the color of my head and the color of yours. You look so wonderfully tan that it doesn't matter if you've got a growth. Okay, let's go to our man, our superstar. He's still playing basketball like it's the NBA Finals.
Our MVP.
Rocky, what's up, baby?
We got Rajon Rondo in the house. Rocky, can you hear us?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Barely.
Hey, Rock, I have a pregame question for you. Who are you wearing tonight before your game?
I'm wearing my Finks Eagles t-shirt, in case you haven't noticed.
Oh, wow, that's nice.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, go Birds.
I have that shirt too.
Oh, good luck.
So I got
that in Disney one night.
I got to apologize in advance because, I got a game coming up in about 10, 15 minutes. So eventually I'm going to have to dip out. But real quick, I wanted to comment on a couple of things I had just heard. First off, Jets, the Hokas are in style now, so you can wear them. All right.
Thanks, my guy.
Yeah. Second, the Crocs are definitely one of the most comfortable things you can put on your feet. I just got myself a new pair. I didn't get the Salehi Brentbury ones that Meech has. Apparently, those ones that Meech has are actually an expensive one because that's like a Futura collab. So,
what do you think? Meech is wearing the ones you get at Dick's?
They were limited. I got
listen.
I don't know.
I'm waiting for
they didn't come with a plastic hanger.
I see my boy Gorecki got gifted them.
Can we see yours, Rock? Can we see the ones you're wearing?
Hey, hold on.
Oh, this might have been a bad idea.
Hey, whoa,
look at those. Look at those.
Okay, can we stop? That is not a Croc. That is like that's a Yeezy. Like I get that it's a
Croc.
I understand that, but that doesn't look like a Croc. That looks like a designer piece of footwear.
Correct.
I'm talking about the. Thank you, Tom.
This is the Croc recovery slide. I'm about to go ball out till I fall out. So I need some recovery when I'm done.
What you're wearing right there,
something the Dutch would wear.
What you're wearing right there, I might get to like wear for like the travel tournaments, when I come off the field, because I do need like a slide or something. But the original Crocs that everybody was wearing it like when they were working in the hospital and stuff, I'm out on that. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna wait until they issue the Philly special Croc that's really hard to get, that you can put a little cheesesteak nub thing. What do they call the things you can put in them?
Gibbet.
I'm gonna put a cheesesteak gibbet in there.
You get a bootleg.
See, as you get older, though, it's comfort over style.
You're right.
And
You're right.
Yeah. Every pair you get.
That's like elastic pants. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All in on elastic pants.
But yeah, the Crocs are in. The Crocs are, no matter what they look like, the old ones, the new ones, they're all in. So feel comfortable, man. Go grab yourself some.
Very light, very comfortable.
Waterproof, easy to wash, all that.
So yeah,
I'm gonna have to dip out of here. So I know I observed some things, and I don't want to move on from the Disney topic. But I wanted to do the baseball thing real quick before we move on.
You gotta do rocking baseball for London.
Wow.
What's up? What'd you say?
Go ahead. I was talking to myself. Sorry. Just go.
Listen, Fink, if there's one thing we have established, you do not interrupt Rocky as he's segueing into Rocky on baseball. Ready? Rocky on baseball. Here we go.
So we got the Phillies since last week. I think they only lost one game since we last talked about the Phillies, right? I think they're 6-1. I think they were tied earlier today with the Yankees for the best record in the league. Yankees have been on a little bit of a tear themselves, but what's going to happen is we're going to see them in the World Series. We're going to go back up there to Yankee Stadium in the Bronx and get our revenge against those little fucking bastard kids that we were throwing and yelling stuff at us. You remember that?
Yeah, they were young Jewish kids. It's a fact. Yep.
Yeah, so we're going to go get our revenge on them in October. Philly's still looking like the best team in the league. We got our man Ranger with the ham hand. I don't know what's going on with that. So if you guys can fill me in on that at some point, that'd be cool.
He's going to be all right.
We had our boy Reese come back on Sunday night.
Rocking our shirt.
Monday.
Yeah. Was it Monday? All right, Monday. Sunday night was the loss to lose the sweep. So, Monday we
you got to take a day off here and there. Scheduled loss. Okay, wait. Go ahead.
But I want to say,
I love Rock's analysis involves
what
listing
happened?
what they did each day.
This is
just
all
what
I got.
happened.
Come on,
Can we
fellas.
ask?
Come on.
Are we allowed to ask Rocky a question on baseball?
Well, hold on. Yeah. Go ahead, Fink. We need bring Fink in here to lighten this up a little bit.
I want to know how you feel about the fans cheering Rhys Hoskins getting a home run
So
In our stadium.
and I understand what the situation was, but how do you feel about that?
I'm okay with it because you know what? It was the perfect storm of a return. He came back, he got his standing ovation, the Phillies won, and he got his meaningless home run. So who gives a fuck?
I agree. I think it was a perfect storm.
Okay. But
They hit it in like the 5th or 6th inning when the game was still not out of hand.
but
So
it
what?
felt
It was
like
the seventh-
hold on.
it was
Hold
the
on.
seventh
So
inning.
soft.
Chill.
It was the 7th inning.
Used to be Philly tough, man. We're
And it was-
charming.
I went back and watched it again today, and there was half boos for the home run, half cheers. So just
All right, hold on.
it was a good
Can I break this down for a second? First of all, the context matters.
I have thoughts.
The
Yeah.
context matters because I think at the time it was 3-0.
Yeah.
Wheeler was pitching. He
Yeah,
hadn't really
right.
given anything up.
6th inning.
Everybody felt like we were going to win the game anyway.
Did you get offended when JT and him were slapping each other in the ass? It's
Fink
all,
loves
it's all
that.
good fun.
You're cheering for the opposition to beat you.
No,
the beginning of
no,
June.
Oh,
no,
and
you're
they're
not.
saying-
Two-run
No,
game. It's a
man.
2-run game in baseball.
Whatever.
And
It was
You
the
guys are
perfect
like,
storm.
oh, Rhys Hoskins. Like he's some kind of legend. He's not that. He wasn't. He's no legend. He has
the
one
greatest
he has-
bat slam in the history of baseball.
Oh,
The bat
boy,
slam alone.
That was one thing.
It doesn't. It was his first back. It was his first game back. He just got off the
Yep.
DL. It was a cool moment, man.
It was
I mean,
kinda
seriously.
corny.
For all his ups and downs, he did have a really good relationship
listen.
with the
Here's,
city.
here's
So
what
I
I'm going
think
to
it was
try and
cool.
do is
give him
appreciate
love.
moments, especially this year, man. Like
Seriously. Thanks.
and
Don't
I
be a
haven't
hater.
done a good job.
The
You
could
moment,
still
you're
wanna
gonna- you're
kill
gonna
him.
appreciate the moment a Brewer hit a home run against
Yes,
us.
because we
That
still
makes
beat
no
their
sense.
ass.
it makes a little bit of sense.
makes
man.
I
no
just like
sense.
hearing Fink say Brewer. That is just beautiful,
Think
man.
is with this random ass hate. Anyway,
It's not like
I
I'm
sure
saying
think-
Kristen Yelich.
I just don't. It's not that we're soft. It's just you're not hard enough to know when to be soft and when to be a killer. That's all.
No, you guys are
I like that.
applauding another person hitting a home run against us in a game that's only a 2-run
Okay,
game.
but let's assume it's
So what if we lost that game?
okay. But hold on.
No.
What if that was a go-ahead home run? Okay, what if it was a 2-run
He
home
wouldn't-
run?
It
Hell
would
no.
not have. No,
Then you
Okay.
boom.
Okay, boom.
no,
You
way.
can,
you boom.
if it's a 6th inning, you can still lose. So what if you cheer that
Yeah, but it was a
home run?
solo shot. It was Wheeler.
What if
It's just
you-
like you know
what if
It's a
What if
160
what if
game.
that? What if this? What
At-
if
at
that?
some
What
point,
if,
there
hold
has
on,
to
hold on.
be-
If Jesse can give out a hypothetical here,
All right, give yours.
what if that home run makes it 3-1 and then they score 3 more runs and win 4-3 and then you cheer the home run?
Then
and
I
win
say to my
losing?
buddy, man, I wish I would have never cheered.
It's
Yeah,
stupid
seriously.
to cheer a home run from someone else.
But
Whatever.
it was interesting because a bunch of people cheered, but then a bunch of people heard them cheering and then immediately booed on top of the cheers.
To be
to try
clear,
Exactly.
I don't think I would have
Like-
cheered, but I don't. I have no problem.
I would have.
And that's
I
what
would have.
it's
I
hard.
wouldn't have booed, but you don't have to do anything.
It would have felt weird. I think I would have like naturally been like, "Oh shit," but I wouldn't have been like, "Yeah," you know what I mean? I probably would have been like, give him a little nod or something. Like I cheered him when he got up to the plate. He got a crazy standing ovation. I will
Yeah.
agree with you on this, Fink. The whole standing ovation thing is a little out of control. The guy definitely deserved to get a nice round of applause, but it did.
That was like
it did kind of
Cal
go on.
Ripken breaking the streak.
Yeah,
21
it went
minute
on
long.
like the dude was
Shit.
going into the Hall of Fame. And I'm with you, Fink. His body of work isn't like as crazy as some guys, but he was here for a long time. He put in some good work. The bat slam was epic. He was I associate him with the resurgence and return to relevance of Phillies baseball, which is meaningful. Thank you for participating.
Seriously.
Okay.
Why are you hating?
Rock,
Fence
anything else?
straight
Rocky
up.
on baseball?
Yeah, we got so we got that, and they got this. They sweep them, so there's nothing to complain about. He came back, he
Swept
did his thing.
We-
What did I say? Sweep them, swept them, whatever.
all right.
The only other
Swept.
weird,
It's cute.
only other weird thing from
3-2-1
Rocky on baseball this week was the nails. Lenny Dykstra crowdsourcing some help.
Hold on, Fink is
After-
commenting. He's got a microphone, but he's still got to comment in the comment section.
Fink is fighting a
He could
propaganda
just
war.
say that instead. he types it.
He puts his own
the
comments
people are
in.
reading
What a
the
hater.
comments to see.
What
instead
a
of just
hater.
saying-
Well, he's saying that on Twitter, which is amazing.
Just having a good time.
Thanks,
I love,
Fink.
Anyway.
I
Thanks,
love
Fink.
this show.
By the way,
So-
he's on Twitter saying you won't shut up. he's got it tonight, man. There's no doubt.
Um,
Okay.
The
Been
other
here for
thing-
3 weeks. Yes,
Wait.
what the fuck I've done.
Rock, what was the last point there? I wanted to touch on that.
It was
the Lenny Dykstra. Please,
Lenny Dykstra.
that real quick.
So Lenny
go ahead.
Dykstra, I guess he had a stroke, and you all know Lenny Dykstra is a madman. If you listen to the Howard Stern show at all, or have been following him since he retired, you know he's a bit of a madman. So he put out there on Twitter, he's like crowdsourcing that he had a stroke, and he needs rides from the Scranton area to Philly and New York areas, and he's just like pretty much asking anybody to go in there and do it. So then you look under the comments, and the first thing is like, I'm going to be in, I forget where the city or whatever area he was in. He's like, who's got the white? I'm assuming he's talking about cocaine. So he's like crowdsourcing on Twitter for rides and cocaine, which is in line for Lenny.
It's amazing.
Dykstra. So anyway, that's the weird thing on baseball this week.
Friday night for him.
Rock, you know why Mark Goodhart's not here?
Because he won the championship.
He's picking up Lenny. He's picking up Lenny Dykstra.
I was wondering, what I was thinking.
Lenny Dykstra's son is married to Meadow Soprano.
That's wild.
FYI.
Anyway, listen. I think picking him up would have been a great idea, and we could have recorded all that because I think you guys would have vibed a little bit. Not saying you were with the drugs or anything, but just your wacky characters. So, oh no, did I lose you guys?
Well, Rock, you are the one who pointed this whole thing out. So I think if anyone's going to go hang out with Lenny and drive around with him and get some good content for us, it's going to be you. So thank you in advance for your willingness to do that. We'll get it set up, and just make sure you find some white.
That's not happening. Got a dip. Adios, boys. Love y'all. I'll see you in a couple weeks. I'll be out for the next 2 weeks. Gotta go. Bye.
Crush it, my guy.
Don't pull a hammy.
Good luck tonight, Rock.
Later.
Rajon Rondo.
Nut ass squad.
By the way, I'm putting together. I haven't done this yet, but I'm putting together a clip with all of Rock's different nicknames that he's used for the show. So if you guys can remember,
Rocky
the different
Rattlesnakes is still my favorite.
Rocky.
Here's the
Rocky Fowler.
Here's the last. My
Meech,
final
Meech
word.
isn't done with his Disney. Go ahead, Meech.
Which is relevant to Philly sports. It was really cool to walk around. Like every time I walked past somebody with Philly, it was either a Go Birds or Go Phils, and it was very loud and very obnoxious.
Love that.
And a couple times I was stuck in line with somebody from the Philly area, and it made it go much easier because they're very cool and easy to talk to. And I didn't see that kind of connection with any other city. Cubs fans weren't nodding and high-fiving each other, and Dodgers fans.
When you were in the airport, and did you wear your Philly stuff too? I feel like whenever I travel, I'm always wearing my Philly.
gear. I actually wore Philly stuff every day of the trip, except the way home. I wore the rookie Jordan jersey, the Bulls jersey. And there was a dude from Chicago that was so excited. And I was like, sorry, man, I'm from Philly. I'm just
whenever I travel, I always I notice I'm always wearing Philly shirt and a hat. And I'm always like, yeah.
You know what's funny? Related to Jordan, I don't know if this is a new thing. Did you guys see these
Montel?
Gatorade? No, not Montel. Did you see the Gatorade ads they're doing now?
Yes.
He narrates, and at the end, I think it's a young version of him, and he says, "Is it in you?"
Right.
And I immediately, without thinking, said out loud, "No." It's not Michael. Not the way you're asking me. It's not in me that way, or at least not at this point. I'm more of a over 40. I'm almost 45, and I like Hokas. You know what I mean? So it's probably
Jesse,
not. It's probably not in me.
I bet you he can't do what you can do on a snowboard and a surfboard.
That's probably true. Respect, Tom.
You might
I
gamble,
thought you
might
meant-
gamble better than him.
I thought you meant is it in you? Pause type deal.
That's what I thought he was going to say. The first thing I thought was
No,
pause.
I did not think of anything
So that's
sexual.
what I think every time Jordan looks at me in the eyes on commercial and says, "Is it in you?" I'm like, "Yo, dude."
I don't know you.
I almost want to conduct a poll here, right? Because
Not
we've
yet.
got. Listen to
I
this.
love you, Mike, but
Okay, if you're watching right now and you're in the chat, I want you to give me some quick feedback. Do you prefer when we go to the split screen here and we have Dickhead Fink has his own panel,
At
or
first, I looked up, I was like, Jesus.
or if we take Fink out of the studio, Tom, okay, and then we go to the full screen, but then we switch to him on an isolated camera. I mean, look at that.
Oh, I look way better.
Now it requires a little bit of dexterity out of our boy Tommy.
Which isn't an issue. That's not you're
Yeah.
leading.
Am I leading the
You're
witness?
leading the witness.
Okay, will you tell me how am I misrepresenting this?
Because you're already setting it up as though the original one was not.
or
No,
what?
no, wait,
Or what
wait,
if
bring him back right
Fink
now.
sits on Tom's lap.
No. Switch to the other
Like a
camera,
ventriloquist.
and now bring him back into the studio. What if we do this, ladies and gentlemen?
Oh, there you go.
What if
Oh,
we do this? Oh, double the think. It's so good. All right, just go back to one or do whatever. I don't know. Anyway, all in good times. Okay, guys, related.
Or Fink could just walk 3 feet to his left and be in the same shot as us.
It's time for a little show and tell,
Look at that.
baby.
Look at this ingenuity.
Hey, another one.
Fink, no one is supposed to know you're like 5 feet away from us.
The think tank is in the other
Okay.
end of the.
You're breaking the
complex.
fourth wall.
All right, it's time for a little show and tell, ladies and gentlemen. Now, you guys know this is something we've talked about for a while, and the prevalence of the sliding mitts in the 2 years that we've been doing this show is just out of control.
Can I ask a question quick? Sorry, before you go.
As long as you don't blow a story. Go ahead.
What are they allowed to slide?
No, we're not there yet. We're not there
Okay.
yet. So when we first started, like 2 years ago, we started talking about this. You remember? And back then, like I think like JT, a couple guys
I
had
think it
them.
was Trey. Was the
Yeah, and they're like
Yeah.
super long and just weird looking. Well, since then, it's become a cottage industry, right? Every guy has at least one, if not two. They wear them in their back pockets, and as you can imagine, people all over the country, kids, college kids, it's like part of the deal. And now it's part of the flair, if you will, the swag.
Totally.
And I told you guys that my son was all about getting a sliding mitt, but in his little league, you're actually not allowed to slide head first. Now, one caveat, you are allowed to return to the base with a slide. So if you're going to get picked off or you're in a rundown or
Right.
something, if you've already gone to the base,
Well,
you can.
that's all they needed. That was it.
Well, no, what really was the straw that broke the camel's back is we went down to the Aberdeen facility for the Ripken
Well, we're
tournament.
going down there in 2 weeks.
Okay, so that is most of those fields are turf, and you can slide head first. So at that point, it's like, well, I need one, Dad. I'm like, all right. So we got him one.
Yeah, what if all my fingers break
Right, yeah.
when I try and
Yeah.
slide?
But then I
one
was thinking
time?
about this, Meech. I was thinking if I didn't get him the sliding mitt and he broke his finger,
That would be awesome.
that would be like I would just
Yeah,
like
I would love it.
I would never hear the end of that. You know what I mean? So
I think
anyway,
it would be great for me.
okay, it would be good for you that my son broke his finger.
No,
and-
not your son. Like if my son argued for a stupid sliding mitt and I didn't get him, and then he broke his fingers sliding. I mean, just
Yeah.
that's awesome. Like
Yeah, you can't make that stuff up.
Yeah.
That would be like a kind of curb your enthusiasm
Right,
type
yeah.
situation. Well, anyway, we got him some kind of like pretty lame one. He bought it with his own money though, so I was like, whatever, no big deal. In the gift shop, not
it
like
was,
a cool.
you got it at Bed Bath and Beyond. It was just an oven. mitt.
Exactly. Yeah. No, he wanted to wear. So I literally have a mitt that I wear surfing when it's cold out, like in December. And he wanted to wear that in the game. I was like, nah, you can't wear that. But it would have been just as effective, I
Right.
think. Anyway,
Oven mitts would be just as
well,
it's the same shit.
it's got to have a little bit of structure to it. Anyway, so the point is this, though. In the meantime,
Put
there
a
are
piece of metal in the.
there are companies that have started making, really creative ones, which I think is cool. I don't know if you noticed this, but Bryce Harper's been wearing a Philly Fanatic oven mitt, sliding mitt, which is designed by a company. It's called Absolutely Ridiculous, Aria, as the kids call it. And they make all of these different sliding mitts. And let me tell you, Meech, it's the equivalent of like Nikes that drop on sneakers. They're coming out, and like the kids are like, oh my gosh, I got to get this. So we became aware on the internet, because of course my son watches all these YouTube things, he knows all this, that there was a Philly cheesesteak sliding mitt. Okay, it's a limited edition
Huge.
thing, and his birthday was coming up, and I saw that it was coming out. So I was doing like the full on.
You would be the shittiest father if you didn't get this.
Yeah. So I was doing the thing. It was coming out 2 o'clock, and I was doing the count on the website. And I'm like, I never get it. Like when they're on sneakers or whatever, I never get it. So I'm like, whatever, I'm going to try. And lo and behold, I got it. And let me just tell you, this thing is beautiful. First of all, it comes in this wonderful box, and it has the drip just dripping down it. You know what I mean? Like it already has the drip on it. Absolutely ridiculous. By the way, he let me bring this in today. I don't think he was such a fan of this. Now look at this thing. The craftsmanship, okay? You've got the cheese, dripping down the finger area, and then you have what looks like the cheesesteak wrap that is actually the wrist component of this. And this is how this thing works, guys. Just so you know, right? You get it here.
Oh, it even says
Slide
Philly
it. You
cheesesteak.
slide, yeah, it says Philly cheesesteak. You slide this baby right on here. Like when I put this on, I just want to go slide into a base. Like I'm not gonna lie. Look at this thing. Look at that. Look at that. Boom. And I'm ready to slide into anything. I could just, I'm not gonna hurt my fingers.
You can also get muffins out of the oven with those.
No, you can't grab a thing with
No,
this.
and
you can't grab a thing.
It's
it's useless.
if you jam your finger, that's a little brace for it.
How cool though. Come on. you know. And now the funny thing is he'll insist on he'll be in the field and this thing will be like protruding from his back pocket.
Totally.
Like it makes no sense. The kids are not all right,
They love
Meech.
the,
but it's super cool, man.
They love the accoutrements.
Yeah, this is very cool.
I love no batting gloves, nothing.
Moises Alou style. You piss
Oh,
on your
get
hands
off your
to make them
lawn.
cover.
Get off your own lawn.
Yeah.
Leo does it. Leo doesn't want any batting gloves. He
Oh,
likes-
that's so cool, Leo. He's such a badass. He probably chews
Yeah,
nails too.
What I tell my kids when they ask for like the leggings or the arm sleeve in basketball, I'm like, yo, you better score like 25 points if you're wearing that shit. If not, you're gonna look like a doofus.
If not,
Right,
I'm gonna
right.
yell at you and embarrass you from the sideline. Yeah,
Like, could you
he
imagine-
is, Trevor? He will.
Could you imagine getting thrown out by some shit armed fucking catcher with a sliding glove trying to dive head first into second?
So here's the way I feel, okay? Because he's
then
like,
I take your slide mitt off.
but you know
Like,
the
"No,
funny thing is, Meech,
you're not even stealing
You
anymore."
are a gearsman. You know what I mean? Like you're very particular about the shit you wear. You're into things and like.
But I'm not into like accessories.
Okay.
I don't wear
Okay,
like.
but here's the
fucking-
thing. I look at it like this. If you're super into something, do you know what I mean? And
Hold on.
you're like, oh wow, that's sprayed everywhere.
Man,
If you're
thank
all
you,
in,
Kenwood, for that sound.
like I love that he's all in and like he watches the shit.
No,
and
it's
he-
cool.
yeah, like, he just
let
lives
kids
it.
do whatever the
Yeah.
fuck they want to do.
It's kind of like when you said a kid can get any jersey of any player, and I was like, no, it should only be.
I'm just saying. For
I'm on the other
me
side on this one.
personally. I'm on the less accessories. You don't draw attention to yourself.
Me
is
too.
what I'm trying to say.
Let your work speak.
Unless you're like fucking
Nah.
Jazz Chisholm or something, where
Yeah, I don't care.
You know what I mean,
He's gonna have the glasses, the armband, the sliding mitt, and whatever, and he's gonna get in the box. He's gonna be on his toes. He's gonna be ready to hit. You know, that's just what we're gonna do.
it's cool.
All right. Can we talk? Let's just talk a little bit more specifically about the Phillies real quick, though, because
Sure.
like I was watching the game today. This run of defense has been unreal. Like Bohm and Stott are
goodness.
like showing themselves to be, and Bohm obviously struggled a little early, but like he made another play today.
That
A play
one
at
deep
home
in the
was
hole the other
tremendous.
night.
Like he's looking like an amazing defender, and Stott, you know, he's always been good, but he just looks so good. And like to have those guys as the young core of the infield. And by the way, Bryce Harper at first base,
Trey
you know,
Turner.
he's unbelievable, right? And the catching, right? JT is like he's getting destroyed like every game, and he just comes back, makes incredible plays. Even today, Stubbs, there was a play at home, and he did the sickest like catcher move. Like he caught it and was like squatted down, and he like shifted his foot just over the
Right.
plate, so when the dude slid, like he blocked him.
Because you can't block the plate
Exactly.
anymore.
I mean, there's just some amazing defense going on, and I can't tell if it's like one of these scenarios where, you know, when everything's going good, like everybody's just like, I got this, I'm making this play. You know what I mean?
Did you ever get hit at home plate? You ever have any big collisions?
Nah, I can't remember any. No, we play slide or surrender in the league now. You know what I mean,
Right.
Tom? You're
Right.
aware of that? But yeah, no. So I mean, look, it's like every night is a different dude coming. You know, Casty struggling, all of a sudden, boom, he's doing things. I can't believe it.
Sosa.
Yes, like the role players are out of their minds.
They-
Although
They
I-
just refuse to lose.
You know
That's
who the
what it
one
is, and it's
person
great.
That
kind of
was great.
the one person we kind of got to call out. I hate to do it. Whit Merrifield, you know what I
Meech's
mean?
boy.
Whit Merrifield was hitting 400
Yeah, I don't
and
give a shit. I mean,
Meech, what's up with your boy? Whit Merrifield.
what's up with him?
Yeah, it's
Is
your
that-
boy.
that his boy?
No, it's not my boy. I don't give a shit
were
about him.
You were Whit Merrifield's fan
I
club.
think that was me. Was that me?
No,
I was the one who was. He was
I know.
400.
Yeah, I just
I
always
think
you
just
made that up.
I just picked someone to
Okay,
play.
he was
Just made
a
that.
marginal signing. Who gives a shit about him? If he hits, he hits. If
Doesn't he
not,
have like the
replace
third
him with
most
someone
hits in the
else.
last 3 years? Or
Yeah, I was just gonna
something?
say.
Wasn't that, like-
I don't think you can write it off that easily, right? He was like a multi-time All-Star, being kind of like.
How do you have the third
play
most hits
everywhere.
in the last 3
No, but
years,
I
and we
think-
don't even
I
see
think
him?
they
for
might be
months?
they might
Like,
be
what-
calling up
Facts.
Fink's boy, Scotty Jetpacks. They might be calling him back.
By the way, I did want to.
It came
Okay,
out. They added the 3 guys for the London trip, and he's not on it either.
no,
Nah.
he's hitting like
because the
400
dude that
now.
was on the Phillies 40 man just got busted for gambling for a year.
Meech, I gotta say there is an alarming trend here though, because I think Tom was right about calling this out. Whit Merrifield was basically the only free agent signing, and everyone was like, "Oh, you know, this guy's unbelievable. He can play every position. He's made the All-Star team. He's coming here because he wants to win." Blah, blah. He hits 400 in spring training, and you're just like, I don't care. And you know, I think maybe the thing that concerns me about you and the Phillies is you seem a little bit like you're getting complacent because they're so good. For example, the text chain with you, me, and Jimmy Gurecki, there hasn't been a peep on that thing for like 3 months. And anytime the Phillies do anything bad, it's like everyone's bitching. But now like I'm just worried.
What
Are
you
you
really
locked
gonna
in?
Complain about?
Are you locked in? Like I don't feel like you're locked in.
I mean, no, I'm not locked in. Listen, the new regular season rules have made it kind of pointless. The Phillies could go.
So this historic season where we're doing as best as we ever have is pointless, is what you're telling us?
Yes, because the final wild card spot right now, I think, is from a team that's under 500. So the Phillies could basically just shit the bed the rest of the way, still make the playoffs, and then just figure it out when they get there.
And here's the question. Here's the question, though.
Right now.
I was always afraid of the 3-game series, right? Because it's like anything can happen.
The team that rules the regular season usually doesn't do well in the playoffs.
The Braves. Okay, but here's the thing. Past couple of years, we have been in the situation where we've got, we've played kind of shitty, then we got hot late, get in, do well, 3-game series, doesn't matter. Yeah, and then we didn't make it all the way. So the question is just, if you're just really good and you're not spineless like the Atlanta Braves and you're so worried about your mascot getting completely owned by Fink that you can't concentrate on the playoffs, that's a different situation. But here's my question.
Get to the playoffs and let the chips fall where they
I understand that. But like for the Phillies, given that they went in the other mode last couple of years, if they were to go in without having to deal with the 3-game set, right? Is that how the worst you get the bye, right? You don't have to deal with 3-game set if you got the first, right? You guys with me?
Yeah, there's there's the first round is just the 1 game.
I can't remember because there's that's not. They don't do that anymore. They don't do that anymore. They don't do the 1 game. Card. Okay, hold up, because they added so many damn wild card teams. I'm confused. The
Phils will get a first
division winner.
Bye.
Yeah, does not have to play in that stupid where it's all home games.
Right.
Last year we had it all at home. The year before we had the Cardinals and we won somehow. My point is, could that be the difference? Could that give them the longevity to make it?
Nobody knows. Just get there.
I know nobody knows. We got to talk about it.
We do, but he
doesn't even want to talk about it.
You're asking me. Well, here's what I want to talk about: is enjoy each game, enjoy these cool ass wins, because, like, when
ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the City Pigeons podcast. Enjoy the cool ass wins, and we will talk to you next week. Actually, you know what we're gonna do? We'll just talk about Disney World for the first 30 minutes of this shit. Who cares?
There'll be different cool ass wins to talk about each week, and it'll be great. But when you talk about the ending result, you can't predict it. It's fucking baseball. You can't do it, no matter how optimistic you want to be and how great you think this team is. The greatest teams ever sometimes don't make it in the playoffs, and that's the sad.
The hope here is that these past 2 seasons have given them muscle and grit that they need to understand what has to happen, and that they forget what we think. Is how are they thinking? You know what I mean? Like, are they going to keep their foot on the gas? Like,
you got a point. What we think is not going to affect what happens.
Like, are they thinking like, we blew it last year. Now we got the pitching.
Yes,
that's what Rob
pitching.
What Rob Thompson's been saying. He said the team knows that they lost it last year, and I forget who the interview was with. Someone said that they don't really feel like that they lost. They lost to the Astros and feel like they lost to the Diamondbacks. Not the Diamondbacks beat them. You know what I mean? So I think the Phillies are playing with that chip on their shoulder, and they said that they want to start out hot this season. That was their main goal for the past couple seasons, and they
haven't started out well the past couple years.
They say.
I think it's hard to take you serious.
They have one of the best ERAs in baseball.
It's hard to take you serious without the glasses because
glasses
that made it official. But I agree with you. They obviously came in pissed off, and the one thing you can do to act on that is just blow everyone's doors off and win the division. Just be like, we're better than everyone.
But it's one thing to have a chip on your shoulder, and then it's one thing to go against Brandon Flat at home and strike out 7 times and lose the fucking game. Like,
why'd you have to reference that, man?
Because that's
because you shouldn't have lost that. You had to win 1 game at home, and you would have been fucking World Series. That's all you had to do.
It doesn't matter how bad you won.
That's why it's tough
baseball.
to get excited now as well.
Well, maybe
it's not tough. It's all like I'm excited. I love watching every fucking game, but I just know that this doesn't mean anything in the grand scheme of things. It's just going to be an awesome. This is the best Phillies team since 2011
ever.
No, yeah, I think 2011. No matter what their record was, that team fucking ruled, and they should have won a World Series.
Absolutely.
But
I tried to explain to Dean, like, yes, and we had all these pitchers, and then Ryan Howard's Achilles busted on the last play of the game, and it was the first round. He's like, oh man.
The only thing I can equate to that is fucking Dale Earnhardt on the last lap of the Daytona 500 crashing into the wall and dying. Like it's the end of the greatest race or the end of the greatest. And,
You went there.
I mean, that's okay. It was a close.
We don't have a lot of NASCAR fans.
For me, the Howard thing was tougher.
Yeah. We don't have a lot of NASCAR fans. Okay, Meech, we're going to completely turn the table here. And since you're back.
And talk about Disney.
No, we're not going back to Disney. Let's talk about Universal Studios, which I'll be visiting now.
Hershey fucking Park.
No. By the way, we are going to get into some fun summer stuff coming up, guys. We got to plan the shore retreat, the City Pigeons annual shore retreat, which is going to be fantastic. And lots of other fun stuff.
We're going to stab kids on the Ocean City board.
Jesus Christ.
How's that?
We need to bring protection.
You better.
Oh my gosh, that's so good. Thank you for coming back, man. That's the kind of stuff that we missed. We just really appreciate you.
They identified the kid. They charged him with a attempted murder.
Man,
He was 15 years
did they?
old.
Oh gosh, that's
15.
rough.
Listen to this. Did I ever tell this story when I was 15 years old?
Here we go.
I shot a kid with a BB gun in the ankle, and the kid was like 3 years younger than me. First of all, we went out.
How old were you? You were 15.
I was 15.
So you shot a 12-year-old. Okay. Not ideal.
Well, we didn't want him hanging out with us. You remember behind 52nd Street, you take them weird ass train tracks.
Absolutely. That's where we used to smoke all the cigs, bro. Come on.
So we went back there, and I was trying to shoot. There was birds all over, and I was trying to shoot birds with a BB gun. And
you're saying it's an accident?
And it wasn't an accident. But this kid was like, let me try. I was like, shut the fuck up, dude. He's like, let me try. I was like, you're not fucking shooting this. He's like, let me try. I go, yeah. And I you know how in like Back to the Future, it'd be like, dance, and you shoot at his feet.
That was Goodfellas.
Well, and Back to the Future, the Wild West one. That's what I was thinking. I think I just seen it in the
Trevor
theater.
gets that reference for sure.
So anyway, I was like, I wanted to do the dance, and I fucking shot it at his and it went into his ankle, the fucking little tiny
into
BB.
his bone.
So he ran home and told his mom, and his mom called the cops. The cops knocked on my door and said, does your son have a BB gun? And I was like, yeah. And they came and they confiscated my.
Why did mom rat you out like that?
I did.
You'd think she would have been like, no, you know?
Well, I don't.
Whatever.
I didn't. It's not like I came home and said, "Mom, the cops might come to the door because I shot some kid with a BB gun."
Yeah, but if the cops come and they ask your son has a BB gun, you pretty much know what's going on.
Whatever happened was, and I ended up doing 36 hours community service in Ocean City.
I think we should reopen the case, get you back in jail.
Who is this?
Pretty serious.
Who is this? I like it.
Meech shot out my neighbor's window and killed a rabbit in the same weekend with that stupid gun.
That's my best friend Bri.
Bri, that's two heaters
with the same BB gun. I was hanging outside his window, and I was like, if you just click it once, it'll probably just bounce off the window. And I clicked it like twice and shot it, and it went through his neighbor's window. They called the fucking cops, and they're looking all over, and we're just looking at his window like, what the? That's a great story.
It's funny because I saw that comment, and I was like, I didn't know if that person actually knew you or that was just like a weird
my
comment.
Best friend.
All right, good.
What's up, Brian?
There we go. I have teared up and I believe snorted a little bit in this episode, so you know it's going well. It's just going well. That's what happens when Meech comes back. Let's just be honest.
Sorry.
That's what he brings to the table. No, okay.
I apologize. I was a bad human being.
That's all right. No, you were yourself.
And I did kill a rabbit in his backyard. I shot him with a gun.
There's so many down there.
So sorry you had to go back and double down.
Keep the guns away from Meech.
Okay.
I'm not a gun guy either.
All right, Meech. My understanding was that you had a Sixers take that we need to hear.
We should have led with that.
No, it's better you do it late in the show.
Yeah,
I don't want many people to hear this.
If you're listening now, please turn this off.
Here's my thing. I'm sick of Embiid. I wish him well. He's the greatest. He's the greatest player on the planet. Okay, he's incredible.
The greatest player on the planet.
Best player in the NBA.
Wow.
I don't think he can stay healthy. I don't trust it. So I'd rather cut ties right now. And I think the GM of Sacramento would love to have him. He'd get him in a second. If you can get Sabonis, Keegan Murray as a small forward, shooting guard type, with pair him with Tyrese Maxey. Now, Sabonis led the league in rebounds last year. You know what else he did? He played 82 games.
That's a lot.
82 games
might be all of
in the NBA. That's all the games that you can play. It's a lot more than Embiid played, and you can probably count on him to play if you play every game. And you'd have Maxey, bring back Lowry as a backup point guard, get somebody, get even a Donovan Mitchell, because the rest of your team will be big, and drafted the kid from Purdue, the big, what's his name?
Zach Edey.
Yep, draft Zach Edey.
Tom, your thoughts? He doesn't like it.
Not Zach Edey. No.
Go ahead, Tom. What do you think about the overall strategy?
You'll be set, but here's the thing: you got to get tougher in rebounds. You got to get shooters.
You definitely have to get tougher in rebounds. That was pathetic.
And you let Maxey be the man, the creator, and let him do his thing.
Sabonis is a double monster, but JoJo is pretty otherworldly, and that's a tough.
He's like, I'm not trying to shortchange Joel.
I know you're not.
He's incredible. All right, but I don't trust him, and
I don't either.
I can't do this anymore. It's like
he can't do it. He's hurt.
I just can't.
He needs out of this relationship.
In addition to being hurt, it's just there's a certain disconnect where when he first came in the league and he was hurt and he wasn't playing, we just got to know him via social media, and he was amazing. And that was the thing that really marveled, that we all marveled at, was like, wow, this young kid is really sharp. He gets it. The whole Shirley Temple did this, that kind of thing. So, but now that he's out here, we've seen enough of the action. And when you're sitting there like shooting a baby hook on Hartenstein in game 5, where you've been getting your ass whooped all game, and you hit him with the too small in the third quarter, it's just like, what are you doing, man?
I hate the too small.
Like, what are you doing? Like, not only that, but this dude, he killed JoJo. You know what I mean? Like, what do you
kids? Kids in the AU tournaments are hitting too small all the time. It's very annoying.
My sons, my twins are hitting each other with the too small. They're the same fucking size. They're the same kid.
Yeah.
And they're hitting each other with the two. I'm like, how can you do that to each other?
Amazing.
I have 10, 7, and 6, and it is all out brawls every day in every one of those manners.
That sounds nuts.
So you think Sabonis, Keegan Murray, and Maxey is better than Paul George, Embiid, and Maxey?
You know how much cap room you still have after that? You still have 2 max guys.
So then what else?
So mix and match a couple max guys. I don't know. I'm not fucking Daryl Morey.
Like, you guys discredit
Paul George
Embiid for his postseason.
Guy comes up with a strategy. Like,
33 points.
I'm not discrediting for his postseason numbers. But here's the thing. When you only play 30 minutes a night during the regular season, you can't ask somebody to ramp it up to 42 minutes a night during the postseason. It's not going to, especially when you have the injury history. He's never going to be that dude unless he finds the right combination. But here, it's just not working.
Somebody's going to have to close it for him.
We've paired him with everything possible. Like,
okay, real quick, Meech, I think it's important because you weren't here the last couple of weeks, and I'm very interested. I'm hearing these ads. People are like Paul George, and there was a report about Jimmy Butler. First, I want to hear about what you think about the idea of the Sixers offering Jimmy Butler a max contract.
That was a leak. There's no way.
I wouldn't be opposed to it because I think he's a gamer.
Have you seen him walk this year? Move it on.
I've seen him talk. He was talking
what is he,
a lot.
36 now? He's done.
But
I love Jimmy. He's a gangster.
Paul George is 35, 36. All these guys that are coming up on their max deals, the only time to get creative is if you could bring like a Cade Cunningham in on a sign and trade, or like a Jalen Duran from the Pistons.
What's the equivalent of like Howie signing AJ and Devontae before Justin Jefferson hits the market? You know what I mean? Like that kind of stuff. We need a GM that works like that.
Really smart.
Right.
Howie.
And Daryl Morey isn't smart like that. He's a fucking idiot, is what he is. He's a fucking NFT guy.
Okay.
He spent so much money buying fucking internet pictures, This is what he's into.
That just sounds hysterical. Did that blow over yet? Did that blow over? JPEGs. Okay. Can we go over to Fink
they're all
real quick?
Worthless.
I got a question.
His whole
Fink
portfolio, including all of his basketball players,
stay with Fink. Don't worry about
worthless.
Meech. Okay. Fink. London series is coming up. DK is headed over there, right?
You might be at the airport right now. Bye, DK.
DK, happy birthday.
Here's the question.
Am I excited for
what are you going to do? Are you having all the boys over to the apartment?
We forgot about that. Next Wednesday, we're doing it there.
Yeah, if you guys want, I got the rooftops open on our spot.
Oh.
You guys can come over. We'll grill on the rooftop.
Okay, but
Real nice overlooking the Ben Franklin.
seriously
River.
though, what do you plan to do? Are you just going to hang out with the dog?
So the dog went to her mom's. I'm by myself. Yeah, I'm living, man. I'm not gonna wear pants all
Yeah,
weekend.
that's not fair.
Nice.
That's not fair.
I was gonna ask
The
when do we
thermostat's
get
gonna
invited
stay
over,
at
but
a
the
nice
pants thing is
72
the deal breaker.
degrees, you know, I'm not gonna be frozen out of the house. It's gonna be a nice little couple days. Just gonna relax.
And wear your white socks.
I mean, I
without
still
feeling
have to
guilty.
work, so that's not as fun. But you know, just hang out. You guys are more than welcome to come over.
Okay.
Really?
All right, yeah,
All right, we'll be there.
we got the finals starting.
We'll get
tomorrow.
Wooly with that new camera up there.
Yeah, we'll have a good time. BYOB and BYOF bring.
All right, see you tomorrow.
All right, sweet. I got
Uh,
friends this weekend.
That sounds
Even though Meech said he wasn't my
amazing.
best friend earlier, Brian is. But
oh,
whatever.
sorry. Brian came
Hey,
in the
do we need
chat.
to-
That
we need to
hurt me a little
rewind.
bit.
You've had some harsh words from Meech the past few weeks in his absence.
Ooh, I do think you said you were better looking and funnier, but I can't
Really
recall.
feeling
But
himself.
also, Meech said
Exactly.
Daryl
It's
Morey.
his stage.
Daryl Morey got out of the Al Horford contract too and made a trade.
Oh, please, just because he bought like a tray of Fink hoagies and you're fucking sucking his cock for the rest of the
No,
Oh,
here's
Fink.
the thing.
I mean,
I'm just
Fink.
saying, like Daryl Morey gets a lot of flack for the Sixers stuff, and he didn't do most of the moves.
Come here, Daryl.
How long has he been the GM? He's been
Meech
the
is
GM for
back.
years.
It's been like 3 years.
That's it?
Unbelievable.
Longer than that.
He got us out of the Al Horford stuff. That's when he got signed.
He got us
That
out
was
of
Elton
the
Brand.
he got us out of the James Harden. Oh wait, no,
He got us into
James
the
Harden.
James Harden stuff. He got us out of the James Harden
Okay,
stuff.
so what would you do for Ben Simmons? Okay, yeah, you had a player that wouldn't refuse that
Hit
was
him
sitting
by
on your bench
hit him
refusing
by
to
a
play,
car.
and you bring in James Harden, who's supposed to be a superstar.
I would have
4
gotten
years,
I would have gotten a
2020.
European clothing company to lure Ben Simmons over to be a full-time male model. That's what I would have done.
How about that? Like, the summer's here when you start seeing the
Yeah,
Ben Simmons posting videos of him shooting jumpers.
this is true.
Do you
Well-
know how much he's getting this year? I think we talked about it last week. He's getting like $42 million this year.
But there's no money.
Hey, we should, by the way, we should shoot some videos of Rocky.
Brian's now
balling
my
out.
new best friend. Meech, you're out.
Said he could hang out, take our pants off and shit. Let's go. I mean, let's not go. I'm not gonna do that. Today.
It's nice to have Wooly in studio. It's weird not seeing him in the chat.
Wooly.
No, Jesse
How,
definitely.
how have
hang
you
out
not
with-
chimed in here?
Well,
Jesse definitely hang out with Bry back in the day. He's a
Yeah.
crazy dude.
I probably bought like this much of a 40 off him for $5. That was my move. They were like, yo, we'll give you this much. I'm like, yeah, let's go. Dumbass. Freaking dumbass.
Meech is out there pouring other shit in there.
Yeah, no, it was bad. All right. Well, look, Meech, we're pleased that you've returned.
Thank
We
you.
didn't know if you were coming back or not.
We're gonna be on
And
Dev's roof deck next week, though. That's
Yeah.
gonna be
No,
great.
this week.
This week. Sorry,
Coming back
this week.
Tuesday or something.
Great insights
I
on
gotta clean
Disney
the
World.
house before that comes
If
in.
anyone wants to know how to go to Disney World with 7 people, Meech will help you. You should start a
Yeah.
travel agency.
The funniest picture I took during the weekend. If you want to check my Twitter feed at Meech1, these 2 big fat gay guys had shirts that said "gays for Trump."
I
It was
saw that.
Fucking hilarious.
That's
man.
pretty good.
It was a-
It's real.
Didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah, and it had like pride glasses with his haircut on the shirt.
You know the
I
funny
will
thing,
say-
funny thing
it
about
was-
Trump is
it
he
was
would
pretty-
be like,
it was
I love
pretty
those
good,
guys.
like,
I
it was a
thought-
pretty good T-shirt. It was a good T-shirt for the
Yeah.
design. Their message.
You think it's almost like a joke. You know what I mean?
Speaking of T-shirts,
Okay.
fucking Orion Kirkering is killing it this year. And if
Bang.
you haven't been promoting it,
Bang.
I
go
haven't.
to the fucking
haven't.
City Pigeons. I should wear the shirt
Yes.
every episode.
But you want to wear your
It's a-
Dumb
Go to
Dallas
go to
shirt.
City Brotherly
I just
Swag.
want to get complimented by you guys before the show.
No, but Meech has a good point. And if you still go to citypigeonspod.com, we are the originators and the only manufacturers as of right
and
now.
it's the greatest, most creative fucking Phillies shirt.
The
you could-
Orion
you could buy.
Kirkering Constellation shirt.
It's a
Bang,
killer, man.
bang.
It's amazing.
And he's got like a 1.37
It's
ERA.
got the Kirkering name on the back, but with the K's like
Every
strikeouts.
day
I mean,
he
it
pitches
is-
those
That was my idea.
specific pitching accounts says he has the nastiest 2 pitches of the day every fucking time he gets on the mound.
Hey,
He's
Meech,
incredible.
can we
Love
agree?
you, Orion.
I know you typically like to take all of the credit for the shirts, but you do remember, I think the strikeout K thing on the back, that was my idea.
It was my idea, but I had to. Well, I got the text message.
No, you got the constellation. I'm pretty sure.
I say we
K.
bring
Was
out
that
the
you?
text messages.
I got the text
Receipts.
He
message.
won't give an inch.
Receipts.
Like, why couldn't he just be like, "Yeah, man, that was cool."
Bring
I
out
mean,
the receipt.
No.
You hooked it up with the lady who
Yeah, did the
designed it,
design.
which was
I'm the
incredible.
business guy. You know what I mean? Anyway, all right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us.
Go Luka. Fuck the Celtics.
Yeah,
I agree with that. I agree with that.
Luka.
Go
Luka.
Kyrie.
Go Kyrie.
Okay. All right. Well, we will see you guys next week. I have no idea what we're gonna do. There's never much of a plan.
Go Derek Lively.
But you know,
Go PJ
we'll
Washington.
figure it out. And
Go Dirk
Go
Nowitzki.
Derek Jones Jr.
I love
Finky.
you, Dirk.
Are you gonna take us out of here, bud?
Yeah, I got you.
All right.
Some other
peeps.
class.
Go
Thank
Mac
you
B.
for
Cleaver.
tuning in. Tell a friend.